In a surprise move, Pimco's Bill Gross has left the company he founded more than 4 decades ago. Gross built Pimco from the ground up into the world's biggest bond firm. His departure caps a year of turmoil at the company, in which it was riven by destructive tensions at the top. Chief exec Douglas Hodge wrote, over the course of this year, it became increasingly clear that the firm's leadership and Bill have fundamental differences about how to take Pimco forward. Gross is to head the rival firm Janus Capital Group, who help manage a bond firm. Janus fund is the Roman god of transitions and new beginnings, and is famous for having 2 faces, and Gross too is a tale of 2 personalities. There's one of Gross of influence. He's known as the bond king of Wall Street, the reputation built on years of strong returns. Treasury dips and prices would follow, would rise and fall. Then, of course, you've got the Pimco of troubles. The company is facing an SEC investigation. Investors have pulled money from the flagship fund for 18 months, and he's been accused of being abrasive in office. There are reports that Pimco was preparing to fire Gross. His top deputy, Mohamed El-Arian, left earlier this year. CNN Money's Paul LaMonica is with me. Why is he gone?
It sounds like there just was not any agreement between other people at Pimco and Pimco parent Allianz about where this firm was going to be heading. And when you look at the outflows, because the funds have performed pretty poorly compared to some of its rivals, it seems like Gross was just looking for some greener pastures, and Janus, there we have it. And he gets to stay in California. He's not even moving to Denver.
Yeah, but they're opening a new office, aren't they?
Yes,
they're actually opening
exactly.
an office for, you know you've made it when they open the office for you.
It is definitely true. When you don't have to actually uproot at all, right. You know, yes.
So he made his name with some very clever, excellent bets on treasuries in the 90s, in the noughties. But in recent years, he's been less successful calling the bond market and the direction of the bond market, because he famously said, you know, he was going to stuff himself full to the gills, and then he famously said he was going to sell the lot.
That is correct, and it is, you see with what's happened with the bond fund's returns, most prominently the Pimco total return. It is not the superstar in the industry. A lot of people talk about DoubleLine, another rival firm, and how that's stolen a lot of Pimco's thunder. So I think what we have here, you know, have a sports analogy, Gross going to Janus. Janus might be getting, you know, the David Beckham who went to the LA Galaxy. He was still okay then, but he's not the Manchester United type David Beckham anymore. So even though Gross is still a legend, the luster, definitely, he's lost a lot of it, I think, in the past few years.
For Pimco, it lost Mohamed El-Arian, of course, who was regularly on this program. Now it loses Gross. How badly is Pimco wounded by these 2 giants gone? Or is it a case of rebuild and start?
They're rebuilding and starting. Pimco is doing its best to tout the deep bench that it has. And clearly, any management firm is more than just 1 or 2 people. But El-Arian leaving was a big loss for them as well, although he's still at the parent company, Allianz.